And welcome back to the Arc Arena. It's the second game of your CUNYAC doubleheader between the Bulldogs of Brooklyn College and your Baruch College Bearcats alongside Joe Stolzer. I'm David Just. If you're just joining us, didn't catch the women game, the women fell to Brooklyn 86-55, but we turned the page, Joe, now to the men's game. Baruch coming in, trying to get a little bit of a win streak going. Surprising to say they're only 2-7 here at the Arc Arena, but no one better right now to face in Brooklyn, who come in on a 3-game losing streak.
David, this all starts, I always say, with Jack Gordon, his length, and he can score on all levels. Peter Douvres has got to do more than just set his feet. He's got to put the ball on the floor. He's got to drive. Adebayo has got to get to the basket but finish, and he could shoot the three. I really, really like the play of Lam when he's in the starting lineup. He's got that toughness. And really, that's about the story, David. We start with Gordon, and we go Douvres second, and Adebayo is kind of in the mix.
And Baruch really seeing the opposite this year of what we've seen in years past. 2-7 at home, 6-2 on the road. We are moments away from starting lineups. Let's send it over to Marty Collins. So the lineups are in, the teams are taking the floor, and we are moments away from tip-off here at the Arc Arena. Baruch trying to split the matchups tonight here with the Bulldogs out of Brooklyn College. Had an opportunity, Joe, to speak to Trevon Coppin at the halftime of the women's game.
Well, I love the fact that Coppin just is a great young man. He's a great ball player. I think he's got a tremendous future in the workforce, or even, playing ball somewhere.
And we are moments away from tip-off, and we are underway with Adebayo winning the tip for the Bearcats. Baruch in their traditional home whites, light blue numbers, dark blue trim, whereas the Bulldogs are wearing their wine-colored or maroon-colored uniforms, white numbers, gold trim. It's Adebayo now here up top. Looking for options, takes the pick from Coppin, gives it over to Gordon on the near side. Baruch already deep into the shot clock, 10 to shoot. Lam has to move quickly. Over to Gordon now, working on Martinez. Gordon behind the back dribble, pull-up jumper, awkward-looking shot. And Adebayo pulls down the offensive rebound as he's working on number 11, Gay, on the near side. Cross-court pass. Adebayo, long rebound out to Coppin. And just like that, Baruch stealing some extra possessions here in the first possession.
But Brooklyn coming out very loud, very energetic. Defensively, Baruch has to move the ball and free somebody.
And mid-range jumper from Lam, no good. And Gay pulls down the rebound, and it'll be the Bulldogs' first possession of the night as they're quickly the other way with Hunter.
Now, Lam has got to use his upper body strength to create shots for himself.
Hunter has it on the Bearcats symbol, gives it over to Martinez on the near side, back to Hunter up top. Martinez, awkward looking three, and that was way off the right side. And it'll be Lam who comes away with it.
That almost broke the backboard, David.
It looked like a weird release, Joe. I mean, if that's the way he shoots, so be it. However, did not get the desired results, as now it's Adebayo into the lane. Works with the left hand, and he gets the roll. Looking for a whistle, nothing doing.
Well, that's where Adebayo's at his best. He's got great body control, and he can go right hand, left hand. But he's got to finish.
And now Martinez gets himself free. Adebayo all over him on the near side. Bounce pass over to Gary. Handoff to Martinez. Pull-up jumper from the elbow. Shot no good. Martinez already 0-2 here on the first two possessions for the Bulldogs.
He's throwing curveballs up at the basket.
Inside out. Lam over to Gordon near side. Ooh, almost got that one wedged. Joe, we saw one in the first game. And now it's Charles into the front court. Hop step into the lane. High shot. I think he expected a whistle. So did Coach John Baptiste. Nothing doing. And now it's Gordon up the head to Adebayo. Adebayo in the lane. Nice step. Nice job there. Letting number one Charles fly by. And just like that, Coach John Baptiste wants to talk things over. About 2:18 into the ballgame.
David, I've been waiting for Adebayo to have that breakout game. And maybe this is the day or the night. We've talked about Gordon having that breakout game. Douvres, some of the high-profile plays for Baruch. I really like Adebayo's game. He's got he's got fluidity. He's got great body control. But his problems throughout the year, he took ill-advised shots and he didn't finish.
A lot of hero ball too, Joe.
Right. So maybe tonight he's got it all together. Let's see. But Baruch pitching a shutout at the moment. And I'm not sure how good Brooklyn is offensively, although there's very loud and talking. But I got to favor the Bearcats at the moment.
Only Joe Charles, number one, who has the ball in his hands right now, average double figures. As Gay pulls the three straight on, and he gets that one to go. That was silky smooth.
Yeah, that was a good-looking jump shot. You know what? He was contestant on that also.
And now Douvres brings it into the front court. Adebayo now on the far side wing. Gordon takes the pick from Coppin. Gordon into the lane. Bounce pass outside. Now Adebayo has it. Drives. Nope, they're going to say he took too many steps, and that's going to go back to the Bulldogs.
Well, that's part of Adebayo's game. He does put it, and a lot of times he will get called for travel. But I need Gordon to have a touch. I need Douvres to have a touch. I need Coppin.
So now Charles has it up top. Gay now on the far side. He hits the floor, loses the ball on the way. Douvres up ahead to Lam. Lam going up against Charles. Pump fake move. Charles didn't bite for it, but Lam able to finish through with a little bit of contact.
There's the upper body strength by Lam.
So Hunter takes the pick left from Gary. Drives into the lane, going up against Coppin. Now he's double teamed. Ball's knocked out of the hands of Gary as he was trying to get the ball back. Now Adebayo comes across the court a little bit recklessly. However, the ball swung around the perimeter. Gordon saves it from going out of bounds. Dangerous pass there. Now Gordon up to Douvres. Straight on over to Gordon. Gordon driving left. Bounce pass over on the far side to Adebayo. Adebayo right into the lane. And count the basket and the foul as Adebayo goes in hard, able to finish through the contact, and he'll go to the line for a chance at an old school three-point play.
David, Brooklyn doesn't have an answer for Adebayo in this game. So Baruch is smart. They will continue to call his number out.
And Adebayo can't get that one to drop.
Again, what is wrong with these rims? That's great defense. I got to watch the screen.
Interior pass, inside out. Gay straight on three, and he gets, left wing three, and he gets that one to go.
Well, those are two good-looking shots.
So Douvres working against Charles, brings it into the front court. Lam takes the pick from Coppin. Adebayo in the corner, Coppin up top. Ball swung to Gordon. Gordon now takes the pick from Coppin. Hop step, gives it out to Adebayo, looking for an option. Gives it over to Lam on the block. Little bit of contact there, nothing doing. Lamb now working into the paint. Ooh, trying to find backdoor to Douvres. Good defense there. I think it was number 0, Diaze Hunter, who last got a finger in, and it'll stay right there with the Bearcats.
Lamb needed to throw a bounce pass, and he would have hit Douvres en route.
And the foul there is going to be on number 2, Jordani Martinez. And that's going to be the second team foul, second personal on Martinez as well. See if Coach John Baptiste wants to keep him in the game. Gordon leaks out, jab step, working on Gary. Goes baseline, Gordon up against a couple defenders, loses it on the way up, gets it back. Awkward looking layup, ball's batted around. I think it was Gary who knocks it into the waiting hands of Hunter, who brings it into the front court for the Bulldogs.
Gordon did everything but make the shot.
Nice find there by Hunter on the near side to Charles, and he knocks down a 3. And just like that, the Bulldogs have their first lead of the night. 3 threes there, one from Charles, 2 from Gay.
Well, Brooklyn's got some shooters, David.
Coppin looking for options, gives it off to Adebayo. Had the look, instead goes baseline. Ooh, he's fouled hard. I think he might have been tripped up there by Gay. And once again, Joe, not having an answer for Coppin, you got to be careful of that inside-out game.
I think Baruch has a lot of options that favor them offensively, and hopefully they're patient enough to utilize them.
I don't know about you, Joe. A little surprised that was called as a shooting foul. It looked like it was on the floor. Either way, Baruch going to be the beneficiary here as Adebayo goes to the line, knocks down the first.
Well, I think that Adebayo may have acted a little bit and caused the call to go in his favor to get to the foul line. Well, Coach Fareed inserting Hare in the game. Now, Hare is really an energizer when he gets into the game at the guard position.
And really also seeing Coach Fareed really trying to settle on who he wants to run point this year, right? We've seen a few different options. Hare's played a lot of minutes early in the season. We saw Brandon Sun get a lot of minutes also early in the season. He's kind of been phased out of the rotation just a little bit over the last few games.
Well, also,
Nicholas Lam now inserted into the lineup.
I think all of them have produced when used. Sun does a good job when he comes in.
And you could argue that the Baruch started the season without really a true point guard in the lineup, as Cole Bailey was in the starting 5 initially.
Right. Remember, Gordon is a capable ball handler. So is Douvres.
And Adebayo can handle for a big as well, as he has the ball now. Cross-court pass. Douvres, wide open 3, and just like that, as we're talking about it, Adebayo picks up the assist on a nice-looking shot there by Peter Douvres.
Well, I think that in practice, you have to get these guys to be what they call point forwards these days. Not your traditional point guards, but people capable of distributing the ball.
Gordon inside out with Adebayo. Ooh, Gordon lost it on the way through. They're going to say it went off his thigh last. And, of course, Joe, as I was saying, Brandon Sun getting phased out of the rotation. Guess who Coach Fareed went with moments later? Of course, Brandon Sun now into the ballgame.
Right. Now, on that last play, Gordon missed a wide-open Douvres, who just hit one from that spot. So you got to go with the hot hand.
So Gay over to number 3, Ibrahim, who just checked into the game. Hunter gives it off to Gay. Gay looking for options back to Hunter on the near side. A little bit of a late closeout there by Hare. Ideer, who just checked into the game as well, pulls down the rebound, and now Douvres up to Hare on the near side. Has Ideer cutting into the lane, looking for options. Poor looking pass there as he was trying to find Sun. Ibrahim read that instantly, and now it's Brooklyn into the front court.
Yeah, if you could have that one back, I think he would.
Ooh, a dangerous cross-court pass there by Hall, and it goes over the head of Ibrahim, and it'll go back to the Bearcats as the Bearcats are making some changes here as Coppin comes in and Gordon will come to the bench.
Idea, one of the leaders for the Baruch Bearcats, could knock down the three. A tough inside presence.
So now Sun gives it over to Idea. Coppin. Idea runs through. Coppin able to turn towards the basket, looking for options. Gives it off to Douvres, who freed himself by not even moving, really, as Douvres knocks down the three.
Here's Douvres' game. Knockdown shooter when his feet are set, needs to put the ball on the floor to create a shot, and he can get to the basket and should to get some free throw attempts.
And now Hunter gives it over to Hall on the Bearcats symbol. Coppin out on him. Ibrahim on the far side. Gay pops out, gets the ball. Sun all over him. Gordon on the pick left. No relation to Jack. That's Tyler Gordon for the Bulldogs, is now Sun now in the front court on the far side. Now Douvres, why not? He's been feeling it, and he knocks down a deep three. And that'll make Coach Jean-Baptiste talk things over.
I've been waiting for Douvres to break out for a long time. He's certainly capable, and tonight I feel it, okay? Now remember, it's real cold in here, real cold outside. But, hey, I think the Bearcats are real hot now.
11-0 run in their last 3:18. They were down by 9-8. It's 19-9, 11:43 remaining here in the first half. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
Notice that a lot of players are streaky players, right? Douvres, Gordon, Adebayo. So be it. But, David, you got to stay with them now. Got to keep calling their number. Do you need more paper? Because
So it'll be Brooklyn ball as Hall will inbound. Coach Jean-Baptiste can't be too happy with what he's seen over the last 3 minutes here, 3:18 with the Baruch on an 11-0 run.
Well, he's seen Baruch execute like they can.
Now Hall has it up top. Copping out on him. Hall throws it away. Luckily, Idea got a hand in there as he was trying to find Tyler Gordon. It'll be Bulldogs ball on the far side.
Well, that's great overplay defense by Idea. Very smart player.
So Gordon back to Ibrahim. Ibrahim, his pass was blocked there by Idea. Idea rushes back to get back underneath the basket. Hunter now has it in his hand. 2-1 to shoot. Idea on the rebound as Gordon hits the deck.
Look at the play that Idea has given the Bearcats.
Now Hare takes the pick from Idea. Nope, check that. He goes left instead. Kicks it out. Sun on the far side. Shot no good. Gay on the rebound. However, Hare, they're going to call a jump here? Let's see what the call is. Yep, it's going to be a jump ball, so it'll stay with Brooklyn, and that'll flip the possession arrow.
Hare in the land of the Giants coming away with the ball. Speaking about Cole Bailey, he now enters the game. A sometime starter for the Bearcats.
So now Hunter has it on the Bearcat symbol. Bounce pass over to Hall. Hall will pull a three. His first shot of the night. It's nothing but the bottom of the net.
Well, he had so much time to set his feet and aim. Baruch's got to do a better job at defending that.
Shooting an impressive 36% from downtown is Thomas Hall this season. Now Sun bounce pass into Bailey. Bailey trying to work baseline. Inside out. Ideer going to pull the three. Shot too strong. Nope, they're going to say it went off the stanchion anyway, so it'll go back to the Bulldogs.
Well, Ideer has done a lot since he's been in the game. Now, he can make that shot, but I prefer some of the other people to get touches. We have not seen Coppin in the offense at all.
Crossover move there by Hunter, right into the lane. Nice move and finishing with the left hand.
I'll tell you, Hunter with a big-time offensive move.
Now Bailey over to Sun. Sun spin move, trying to work against Hall into the lane. His shot blocked by Hall. Nice play there as Sun hits the deck hard.
Well, he had an awkward angle. Kind of was body to body, and that shot was easily blocked.
Also Hall at 6'4", Sun at only 5'9", so giving up some inches there as well. Jab step there, move by Adebayo. Adebayo crossover move, and that's knocked away by Hall. Hall all over the place on the defensive end.
David, I'm concerned with Coppin not being a part of the offense for Baruch.
And Coppin off back iron, a little too strong, no good. Having to rush that one, though, as Baruch were risking a shot clock violation. Now Hall into the front court on the near side. Adebayo out on him. Hunter covered by Hare. Hall coming with the pick left. Hunter takes it, that one, and from Gary. Now Gay has it, trying to come around. A kick ball there by Adebayo. That'll give Brooklyn a fresh 20 as they were deep into the shot clock with only 8 seconds to work.
I'll tell you, Brooklyn's got some good-looking players. Really look like they have some skilled players, particularly on offense.
And a three there from Ibrahim. And just like that, a quick 8-0 run from Brooklyn gets them right back into the ball game. It's only a 2-point game. Baruch have not scored in the last 2:47, or one from their last 5.
Well, it was great offense by Brooklyn.
Now Gordon going baseline, kicks it out to Adebayo. One touch pass over to Bailey. That barely grazes left iron. Hall on the rebound. And now Hunter into the front court. Over to Hall. Hall's going to pull the three over the outstretched arm of Adebayo. Hall maybe a couple steps outside of his range there. Now Adebayo into the lane, gives it inside to Gordon. And Gordon able to finish. He expected a whistle, and it never came.
Well, that's good interior passing and a great catch by Gordon. And really had to use his upper body strength to strong that in.
Oh, steal there by Coppin. He can go coast to coast here. Nope, Gary's able to get back in position. No shot, no good. And Gordon on the rebound. He's fouled on the way up. And that'll put him back. He'll put him at the free throw line,
Boy, I thought Coppin was just going to break the rim on a dunk on that play. Well, Gordon is quietly doing a lot out there.
77% from the line this season as he can't get the first one to go.
We've been talking all season about waiting for Gordon to have his breakout game. I think if he has a breakout game, he will go to another level of being, a player.
And Lamb checking back into the game for Bailey. Bit of a Brooklyn crowd here tonight, Joe, at the Arc Arena.
Well,
the women's team has stayed around too.
The Brooklyn faithful travel well, David.
the women's team you may see on the far side, right side, still in the gym tonight after their win early on.
Yeah, you take the 5 train from here, you can get to Brooklyn College.
And as Ibrahim stepped out of bounds on the far side, ball's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Well, Douvres also capable ball handler, bringing it up.
As Douvres, almost, Coppin almost yammed it back. However, he got fouled on the process, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. It was almost a great play. It was almost a scary play, and however, Coppin now able to go to the line.
Well, you know, we're always honored to see amazing athleticism from Coppin. And he's 6'3", or listed at 6'3", but certainly can play.
Plays a bit taller, doesn't he, Joe?
Yeah, can play much bigger. You know, remember old school, you know, they used to have people who were called high flyers, and, you know, all the guys that win the dunk contest and their bag of tricks of how they dunk or get to the rim.
So Hunter now has it, takes Lamb over onto the far side wing, gives it off to Charles up top. Douvres straight on. Entry pass into Gary. And that's going to be, they're going to call a blocking foul on Coppin.
David, as he took a jump stop or step, that's where the contact occurred.
Paul hands it off to Charles. Charles can't be left open like that. Long rebound, though, out to Douvres. Over to near side on Gordon. Gordon working on Gary. Gordon inside out. Adebayo has the shot, thought about it. Jab step move into the lane, loses it on the way up. They're going to say there was contact there. That should send Adebayo back to the line. And let's see who the latest whistle is on. That's going to be on Hall on the arm, so that'll be his first.
Yeah, that's another great offensive move by Adebayo. See, Adebayo is fun to watch because he can either go with the right hand or the left hand. He's got great body control, change of speed.
And if you hadn't had a chance to come out tonight for Baruch basketball, you only have 2 more opportunities to see them live here at the Arc Arena. There's some big ones, though. You have, obviously, the Battle of Lexington, and then, of course, Bearcat Appreciation Day. Battle of Lexington is going to be on Tuesday, February 5th. Bearcat Appreciation Day is on the 11th, or a.k.a. senior night here for the Bearcats.
David, is that Battle Lexington not a Thursday night?
Sorry, Thursday, February 5th. Yes.
Yeah, because I had it marked on my calendar. I didn't know if there was a change or not.
Oh, offensive foul there on Coppin is, looks like Gay hit the deck kind of hard. He's holding that arm as he comes back up.
Well, Baruch Notice has built a 7-point lead back up, even though Brooklyn was coming at them.
Baruch's largest lead tonight was by 10, 19-9. As the 3 there, straight on by Hunter is no good. Gay's battling for it underneath. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Well, Brooklyn's got to do, Baruch has got to do a good job of boxing out, screening, because Brooklyn is crashing the boards.
So Lamb brings it into the front court. Hunter on him. Gordon has it up top, looking for options, gives it off to Douvres on the far side. Charles on Douvres, behind the back dribble from Douvres, bounce pass out to Gordon.
Douvres has got to dribble and free himself.
Gordon, one dribble, gives it off to Bailey on the near side. Shot no good, or rounded out, and it'll be Hall who comes into the front court with it for Brooklyn. The tempo's just slowed here a bit, Joe, here late in the first. As the underhand layup there by Hunter's no good. That rolled around and out, and it'll be Baruch the other way into the front court with Douvres.
Well, there's no doubt both teams want to run if they could. You got to keep the ball moving. You got to keep moving.
Gordon hop step in the lane, gives it off to Douvres, mid-range jumper. Wow, what a shot there, as he was able to rise up and get that one.
But
to go
listen, that's his game. A dribble and a shot.
Hunter now, Charles up top. Douvres out on him on the far side wing. Gary over to Charles. Charles pull up from top of the key. Shot no good. Adebayo, it looked like him and Gary may have been tied up there. One-handed rebound for Adebayo. Gives it over to Bailey. Lam over to Douvres. Douvres will open three, and he can't get that one to go, just around and out, and Gay pulls down the rebound for Brooklyn.
Well, it's good that Douvres is really involved in this offense.
A wild shot there by Charles. Hits the side of the backboard. Gordon now steps back, pulls the three, shot a bit short.
Well, you might have said that he shot it too early in the offense, you know. You want really good shot selection.
Hall has it up top, gives it over on the near side. Oh, Gary drawing the foul there on Adebayo.
Well, Adebayo just got lazy on that because he just needed to stand still and put his arms up. It's been a good first half, David. I think both teams playing hard, and if you're a fan of offense. Hasn't been a barnstormer, but you've seen some quality offense. Douvres, really knocking shots down, which we know he can. And Brooklyn's had some early jump shots.
And Gary at the line misses the free throw. So Baruch have an 8-point lead coming in on 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. It'll be Charles out on Douvres. Douvres bringing it into the front court over to Lam on the far side.
Now I would go at about 10.
Gordon over to Lam. Lam pulls the three, and he gets that one to go. And Lamb's pumped up, as good find there by Gordon as Lam came off the screen.
Well, Lam was shooting from kind of way out on that.
And trying to answer on the other end is Gay with a three of his own, unable to do so. Douvres has it now, looking for options, finds the idea on the pick and roll, and idea is able to finish with the right hand.
Yeah, that might have been one of the biggest plays of the year offensively. It was a textbook two-man game, great catch by Idea, and a great finish.
Kukoc has it now. He just checked into the game. His pocket was picked by Adebayo. Gay now has it up top, working on Gordon. Entry pass inside. Gary trying to work on Idea. Ball swung around the perimeter. It's Hunter. Hunter gives it outside to Kukoc. One dribble, sets himself free. He's able to pull, and he rattles home the three.
Well, that was a crafty play.
Alton Kukoc. 6'3" junior from Fort Hamilton.
Didn't he play for the Chicago Bulls, or that was another Kukoc?
Now Douvres driving baseline. He's quickly doubled. Dangerous pass, and Kukoc picks that one off, and it'll be Gay into the front court.
It's Kukoc.
Charles, hop step into the lane. Inside out, gives it out to Hunter. Hunter driving baseline. And tries to find the pass to Gary into the waiting hands of Douvres.
It was a great pass to Douvres, but he's on the other team.
Douvres looking for the shot, gives it off to Gordon. Had Adebayo in the corner, back up top to he actually had the look. However, Lamb's going to pull this time, and he gets that one to go. And Lam wants to, Coach Fareed wants to talk things over. Coming off the three for Nicholas Lam, that ties Baruch's biggest lead of the night. They're up 13, 36-23 with under a minute here in the first half.
Well, it's been a great offensive show by Baruch in this first half. They are, their body language is great. Their ball movement is great. And they're really confident. But it's been a collective effort, David, in this first half. Now, remember, you can't go to sleep now defensively. Brooklyn is capable of getting back into this game. And if I'm Baruch, I really want to go in that locker room with a defensive stop.
And if I'm Brooklyn here, I think I want to move a bit quickly as they do have an opportunity for a 2-for-1 here to end the first half.
Right. Well, it's always interesting what you're going to do late. And really what you want to talk about in halftime. You could have a minute time.
So it's Hare who just checked into the game. Lam, Bailey, Gordon, and Ideer here on the defensive possession. Charles working on Hare.
Yeah, defense is going to really make them have an excellent first half. If they can get in the locker room on a stop here.
Kukaj on the far side looking for options. Gives it out to Hunter. 10 to shoot. Well, they didn't go for the 2-for-1. Hunter now into the lane, trying to find space. He tried to lean into Lam. The ball comes out loose. Hare high off the glass. Some nice English as it gets that layup to go.
David, this is probably the most impressive first half I've seen Baruch play this year, especially.
Up 15, 5 seconds. Charles has to work quickly, wants a pick. Charles gives it off to Gay. He'll pull the three over the outstretched arm, and he gets it to go off the glass. And they're going to count that one as it's 38-26. Baruch going to the half with a 12-point lead.
David, as soon as he shot banked it, the red light went on. That was like a goal in hockey. But, wow, what a first half.
The refs and Coach Fareed just talking about what timeout was called there with 50 seconds remaining. Either way, Baruch coming out strong in those last 5 minutes there, Joe, extending the lead to 12, 38-26 into the break.
Like I said, one of the most impressive first halves I've seen Baruch play in a while. Remember, we've had a lot of ups and downs this year. We've had the Trinity experience, and we've had some, ups and downs. But Coach Fareed's team has it going in this first half. But let's understand, Brooklyn has got the power to get back in this. So it's going to be interesting what he talks about at the half in terms of what you did well and what we really need to do in the second half.
And what they did well, ball movement, Joe. I thought the ball moved well in the offensive end. You're talking about 13 baskets, 12 of them have assists.
And Douvres was just what he's capable of. Gordon, I believe in his mind is thinking pass.
Shot. Leads all players with 5 assists in the first half.
Right.
So he's making the right pass at least.
Right. Now Lam is really in another place right now. We know him with the strong upper body to get to the rim, but he's hitting this outside shot. Adebayo had his moments. But he finished, which is the key with him.
He has 10 in the first half. Douvres leads all scorers with 11 for the Bearcats.
So you're in a good place if you're a Baruch fan. you just have to take away what you like, what you see and like. Now, here's the thing, is who's the mentally tougher team, Brooklyn or Baruch right now? If I'm Baruch, I'm taking it out on Brooklyn tonight. It's a rivalry game. And if you're going so good, don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Keep doing what's gotten you to this mindset.
And Baruch right now the 3 seed in the CUNYAC. Brooklyn at 5-3, Brooklyn at 4-4, City College at 4-4. So all these games just, every game gets bigger and bigger, especially when you're talking about seeding and trying to make the CUNYAC tournament.
I believe now it's who's mentally strong and who can, bounce back from adversity. Coach Fareed, first-year coach. He's not a first-year coach. He's a very intelligent man, knows basketball, been there, won championships here. So, him and his staff have the remedies. They have whatever needs to go. Don't forget, he's got leadership in terms of his roster. So if you're Baruch, right now you're in a good place, but I want them to keep it and carry this over. Imagine if you can bottle something. You want to bottle this first half, David.
Yeah, impressive first half from the Bearcats, and we'll step aside here at halftime. Once again, Baruch lead 38-26, trying to split the doubleheader here tonight with the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. We are moments away from second half tip-off. It is the final half of your CUNYAC doubleheader between Brooklyn and Baruch. A lot of action here in the first half. Baruch did take a 12-point lead into the half, followed really much hammered home by Nicholas Lam, knocking down a few big threes towards the end of the first half.
Well, what's impressive is with regard to turnovers, David, Baruch with a mere 5. And, of course, Brooklyn not really turning it over. So we've seen a really good basketball game in this first half. But as you know, things can change on the fly. If I'm Coach Fareed, as I know he did, he said, guys, we're in a good place. Now let's build on this good place. David, it's a statement game as this CUNY season tries to figure itself out, seeding-wise.
So it'll be Hunter, it'll be Gary, it'll be Gay, Charles, and Martinez for Brooklyn College. It's Lamb, Gordon, Coppin, Douvres, and Adebayo. The same starting five for both teams, as now it's Gay now in the front court for Brooklyn, as they'll be going left to right in the second half in their maroon away kits. Pull-up jumper there by Hunter is good. Their count, that said it was a 3. And just like that, it's back to single digits.
Well, that was a quality jump shot.
As Coppin lays it in on the other end.
Well, Brooklyn was not set up, and Adebayo was smart enough to see it and capitalize to Coppin.
Hunter driving left. Slides in the paint. Floater in the lane. Shot no good. Offensive rebound, though, by number 2, Jordani Martinez. His putback no good, and Baruch quickly the other way. Gordon now into the front court. Lamb swung around the perimeter. Up top, Lamb thinks about the shot, puts it on the floor, drives left into the lane. He goes through some contact and lays it in.
Good decision by Lamb, taking advantage of his upper body strength and body control.
Crossover move by Hunter. Ooh, ball off the hands of Gary. Now Charles inside, trying to find Gary, able to finish with the left hand.
Well, great catch and a great pass. David, I truly believe Lamb could be the answer to that point guard need.
Now Adebayo on the near side. Gay out on him. Entry pass to Coppin on the near side. Spins on Gary. Going baseline. Finished with the right hand and lays it in. Well, almost got himself in some trouble, though, trying to go reverse.
Great body control by Coppin.
Three there by Hunter, and he gets that one to go. And lots of points here in the opening part of the second half. First 2 minutes. Baruch leads by 10, 44-34. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout with 17:54 as Coach John Baptiste wants to talk it over.
Well, David, if you want offense, Baruch Nation, you've come to the right place. Both teams shooting very well. Some classic jump shooters exhibiting their ability. And what I like, David, it's a clean game. There's no turnovers. Coppin showing his athleticism. If I was Hunter, I would transfer to Hunter to make that would be a very interesting story. But we have a great game. 17:54 left, Baruch by 10. And Baruch cannot take their foot off the gas pedal because Brooklyn just needs to get inside the door.
So now Douvres working with the full court press. Gordon back to Douvres. Charles out on him.
Yeah, Baruch has got ball handlers, but that was a bad play by Douvres.
And that's going to be a double dribble there by Brooklyn College.
Well, there's too much confusion. Baruch also got caught up. You got to advance the ball, but don't stop your dribble.
Coppin looking for options, not seeing a lot of movement. Now it's Gordon on the post. Inside, can't finish off the glass, and it's going to be Hunter on the rebound for Brooklyn. Crossover move, almost left it behind. Now he crosses over again into the lane, gets elevated, and able to finish over Jack Gordon on the outstretched arm.
Well, those are some big-time offensive plays by Brooklyn.
Adebayo feels like he's getting hit a little bit. No whistle. Cross-court pass near side to Gordon. Gordon going to work against Guy. Ooh, Gordon hit the deck hard, and he's holding his back.
Well, it's unfortunate that Gordon took a hard fall, but that's a very strong move to the basket.
Jack Gordon still on the floor as the trainer looks him over, so both teams will come back.
Looks like fell on his glute, also, lower back area. That was great ball movement by Baruch to advance the ball. Gee, I'm not sure why Jack Gordon isn't shooting foul shots.
Looked like he was on his way up to the basket. I'm not understanding what happened there. So Jack Gordon has to come out for just a moment as he was injured, so Baruch needs to make a sub here. His son will check into the game, and Gordon will come back to the scorer's table. Douvres now up top to Adebayo. Over to Sun on the far side. Bounce past the Coppin on the far side block. Ooh, spins baseline. Goes up strong. Shot was blocked. Douvres able to corral it. His shot a bit short. Douvres goes up strong and able to finish off the glass.
I'll tell you, Douvres is really taking his game to another level tonight.
As Charles able to lay it in.
The one thing Baruch has not done well tonight is defend around the rim.
As Lamb's tripped up there by Martinez.
Well, Martinez applying the defense, but there was contact with Lam.
So Gordon and Hare into the game. Sun and Lamb come to the bench. We're seeing a little bit more physical play here, Joe, in the second half.
Well, I think there's a lot of pride on the line, but I like the quality of the basketball, David. It's been high quality. As we point to the turnovers, very low numbers.
Hare, ooh, nice pump fake there. Draws a defender out as Coppin sneaks out near side corner for three. Hare on the offensive rebound. Now Adebayo, he'll step into a three, and he knocks that one down. And he is hyped as he's got a hot hand tonight. He's a perfect 4 of 4 from the field. That's his first three. He's also 4 of 5 from downtown. He's got 13 points and 7 rebounds and in 4 assists there, Joe.
Everything looked good on that offensive possession for Baruch. I hope Coach Fareed keeps this game taped. He could take away a lot.
And Herbert Gray answers with a free throw line jumper.
Well, Brooklyn's not going away.
The ball goes through the hands of Adebayo, and they're going to call a foul there on Hare. It's going to be a turnover for the Bearcats.
Brooklyn came here from Flatbush in Brooklyn, and they're not going away so quickly.
Hunter, mid-range jumper, no good. And Hare comes down with the rebound over to Douvres. He'll bring it into the front court. Shot too strong, no good. As Sun and Hunter battling for it underneath. Coppin as well. Let's see what the call is here. They're going to call a foul there on, sorry, that was Douvres and Coppin. They're going to call the foul there on Douvres, his first.
Douvres needed to finish with his left hand. He had a tough angle to the basket.
And Hunter working on Hare. Back out to Charles on the far side wing. Three there by Charles, no good. Gay cleans up the offensive glass and able to finish with the right hand.
Well, we mentioned what Baruch hasn't done well tonight, and that's allowed a lot of success for Brooklyn in low.
And just like that, the Bearcat leads back down to 7. Gordon just barreling through some people. Let's see what the call is. They're going to call an offensive foul. And just like that, Coach Fareed wants to talk things over. It's going to be a full timeout for the Bearcats.
David, I think Gordon has got to give the ball up earlier.
Coach Fareed having a couple words with the ref before they go into the huddle.
Well, first of all, Gordon lost his balance. I didn't necessarily see the contact. I thought, David, could there be a flopping on the part of Brooklyn's defense?
I don't think it was the first contact. I think it was the second contact.
Yeah.
But he was already kind of off balance, kind of stumbling into the defender.
Not sure that was a classic offensive foul.
I think the whole play was just a bit
I think that was a quick whistle. And
either way, it's going to go Brooklyn's favor. With 14:11 remaining, we go into the timeout. Baruch lead that was once 13 down to 7. You're watching Baruch basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
Yeah, just a thought about this game also, that it's really important that the Bearcats really see what they're doing tonight and just keep that in their game plan. When they push the ball, they've been really effective tonight. Douvres has unlimited potential offensively. We know he's a knockdown shooter, but he has tried to get to the basket, and he has to continue to have options other than the pull-up jump shot.
Baruch scoreless right now in their last minute and 41 seconds, so trying to end a little bit of a scoreless drought here. They do have some hot hands on the floor in Nicholas Lam and Adebayo and Douvres. So
let's also remember Hare gives you 100% effort when he's out there.
And check that, Lamb's actually on the bench right now coming out of the timeout. Hare in the ball game, to your point.
Hare doesn't always score, but he doesn't need to. He needs to be scrappy.
Whenever he's on the floor, he seems to take the ball handle in the full 94 feet.
Well, he's a high-energy player. He's from Toronto.
Mid-range jumper there by Charles. No good. Probably got the look he wanted, though. Coppin soars for the rebound, pulls that one down. And Adebayo running point here as Gaze out on him on the Bearcat symbol.
He's feeling good about his Blue Jays' chances in the American League.
Hare looking for options. Ball still loose. Hare battling for it on the floor. He's going to win it. Let's see if they're going to call a jump ball there, so it'll stay with Baruch.
Hey, you can't say enough about Hare's effort. Doesn't think twice about getting on this hard floor to keep a possession alive. I hope his teammates recognize this.
Baruch only have 6 seconds to shoot, though, so they'll have to move quickly. foul there is going to be on number 3, Ibrahim. That's going to be a hold, and that bails the Bearcats out because now that'll give them a fresh 20.
Now give the ball back to Douvres.
Inside to Adebayo. Spin move, shot no good. And in transition, here comes Charles the other way for Brooklyn. He's fouled on the way up by Douvres, and that'll send Charles to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Brooklyn pushed it, and Baruch was certainly not set up.
That's going to be Douvres' second foul.
So here's the thing. Brooklyn's had such a good night offensively. They have to really play both ends now. It's got to be they have to match their great offense with great defense. 13-10 left. It's a 6-point game. Brooklyn is very much in it.
So Coppin coming to the bench, Idir into the ball game. We saw Idir give Bearcats some good minutes. Had 2 points, 2 rebounds in 8 first half minutes.
Well, you know what? Coppin's been matched with other athletic players tonight for Brooklyn.
And dangerous pass there, but Adebayo into the front court. He hits the deck, no whistle. So does Hare. Brooklyn have numbers 5 on 3. Is Hare and Adebayo getting back into the play, and a bailout call by Gordon. I didn't see it there.
Well, clearly we heard a lot of ball here at the desk, David. Clearly we heard ball, so I'm not sure what to make of that.
Refs not having their best game tonight as Charles knocks down the first.
I think you could have heard the sound of the ball on Lexington Avenue. Well, Baruch lead by 3. Don't stop your dribble. You got to advance the ball.
So now Adebayo over to Lam, now to Hare on the near side. Baruch only have a 3-point lead. Hare almost threw it away. It goes off Lam last.
Well, David, when you throw a cross-court pass, could be a problem.
And Bailey into the game for Hare.
I think Hare has to think twice. The shortest distance would work.
Three there, straight on from Hunter, and just like that, we're tied at 49.
David, Hunter looks like a big-time player.
And the Arc Arena getting loud with a defense chant. We mentioned it earlier. Brooklyn having a good amount of fans here as the shot there by Adebayo way off the side of the backboard. And Hunter trying to get it into the front court, eventually does. Hunter into the lane, floater with the right hand, and he gets it to go. And just like that, it's the first lead that they had since 25 seconds into the ball game.
Now, I don't like the fact that the breeze is not really the options here.
Adebayo gets his pocket picked.
David, that's not a good option. They are defending Adebayo.
Gary working inside. His shot blocked by Idir. He gets it back. Idir blocks it again. Now Adebayo over to Lam inside. Lays it in.
Listen, I dare multiple defensive plays.
Mid-range jumper there. Hunter, long rebound though, outside. Ibrahim runs that one down on the far side. Hunter into the lane. He's got the hot hand. Hunter carries it all the way to the basket and lays it in with the right hand.
I don't think the Bearcats have an answer for Hunter because he's a very big-time offensive player.
He's got 19 on 8 of 15 from the field. Good find inside. And Coach Fareed wants to talk things over. It all tied up at 53 as Bailey lays that one in.
Well, I believe Bailey could be a good player in this matchup because he's an energy player, kind of a jack of all trades. So there he found himself open and Douvres saw him.
So now Hunter, Gay saves it from a backcourt violation. What a play there by Gay to save it. 53 all with 9:37 remaining. Hunter into the lane, finally gets a miss. However, Gary on the offensive glass. His shot off right iron, no good. And Baruch come down with the rebound. It's Gordon specifically.
Well, Douvres has got to play a big part in the next 9 minutes and 20 seconds.
Lam inside, near side Douvres. His shot no good. Long rebound over to Gary.
Douvres has got to free himself for a better shot.
Three there, far side from Charles. And finally, Brooklyn getting a little bit cold from the field as Douvres gets his pocket pick by Charles. Charles right into Douvres through the contact and finishes off the glass.
Well, that was a big-time move.
They're going to call a technical foul there on Ibrahim. That's going to be his second,
well,
and that'll send Jack Gordon to the line.
I think things are getting heated now. Remember, this is a rivalry. Jack Gordon, usually a good foul shooter.
And good on the second.
Well, Coach Fareed deciding to go to Sun, and he sits down Peter Douvres. Now, we have an interesting lineup for the Bearcats. Now, he can't stop his dribble.
And Sun turns it over. However, Bailey might have bailed him out. However, Gabe picks up that loose ball. The refs really biting their whistle right now, Joe.
Well, I got to take Sun out of the game. He made a bad mistake. He got himself in the corner. He stopped his dribble, and he had to throw a pass which got intercepted. We don't need that now. Okay.
Adebayo coming into the ball game, and I was thinking, Joe, with the lineup they had, where was the offense going to come from? Brought Adebayo back into the game, I assume, to handle some of that offensive load.
Well, if Coach Fareed is giving people a break, I can understand that, a brief break.
And 3 there on the near side, but Ibrahim is off, and I think Baruch might have got bailed out there as the defense was all over the place. Now Hunter over to Charles. Charles working on Adebayo, looking for an option, picks up his dribble. Ibrahim pulls up the 3, shot too strong. He missed 2 threes on the possession.
Well, Baruch got the 3rd option there.
Stutter step move from Gordon. Oh, he could have went up with it, trying to find Coppin underneath, and it's going to be a jump ball, so it'll go back to Brooklyn.
Yeah, Gordon's got to continue to the basket. He keeps pulling up.
And Brooklyn wants to talk things over with 7:57 remaining. They have a 1-point lead, and we got the making of a nice finish here at the Arc Arena.
Coach Fareed is going to have to go with his starting lineup. If they need a brief rest, so be it. But he's got to win this game with Douvres, Lam, Gordon, Adebayo. I feel Hare did his job. Sun is not the answer at this point. And Mano, I might not use him because Brooklyn's playing a really athletic game now.
Yeah, you have to wonder if some of these players are in to give some of their starters a rest. I mean, I assume at the end of the game you'll see Douvres, Adebayo, Lam, Coppin, and Gordon, but I guess to be determined.
Well, if I need that toughness down low, I'm certainly going to go to Mano. But right now, I think this is a really offensive game and some very good offensive players, David, on the court right now for both teams. Now, Adebayo's got to be smart. I know what he wants to do. By the way, Coach Fareed going with Sun and not Douvres.
And we'll see if they just give him a bit of a rest here. I know he just came to the bench. The rest of the 5 as are all the starters right now with Gordon, Coppin, Lam, and Adebayo. It's Hunter, Gay, Gary, Ibrahim, and Charles for Brooklyn as Gay almost fell there before he got the ball. Now Gary inside as Adebayo hits the deck hard, holding his knee.
Well, Adebayo just left his feet. He went for the fake.
Adebayo just walking it off. So Douvres also into the game. Idea checking in for Adebayo, and Sun will come out as well.
Well, Douvres is going to be needed, and offensively he's going to have to really choose some things other than his usual set feet jump shot. He may have to penetrate. He may have to one dribble, set himself free.
And Gary knocks down the second. It's a 2-point game where the Bearcats could also get into some potential troubles. They already have Brooklyn into the bonus.
Okay. They got to get it to a ball handler and just advance the ball.
Now Douvres into the front court. Mid-range jumper. He looks like he might have gotten fouled from behind. However, he somehow gets the rebound knocked into his hands. Douvres over to Lam. And it's Hunter who comes away with it. Hunter with a 2-on-1 if he wants it. Nope, he'll just take it all the way to the basket and lay it in.
David, Hunter's a really good offensive player. Has a great feel for what he wants to do. Don't stop your dribble. Advance the ball.
Now Gordon into the front court. Little contact there with Gay, nothing doing. Douvres now on the Bearcat symbol, 15 to shoot.
David, the crowd into it.
Douvres near side three, shot way off. Hits side of the backboard as Charles chases down that rebound.
Well, the kind of night he's had, you expected that to at least have a chance to go in.
And that's going to be a defensive foul there on Coppin as Gay hits the deck. And that should send Gay to the line for a 1-and-1. As Adebayo looks back and raring to go, he comes to the scorer's table to check back in.
David, we said Brooklyn wasn't going to go away. They haven't. You know, they were down, and they just been playing ball.
So Gay at the line. .63% free throw shooter on the season as he knocks home the first.
Well, I think tonight you got to throw the percentages out because everybody's been, making shots tonight.
And Gay rattles home the second.
Well, Brooklyn finds himself with a 6-point lead. Now, Gordon should not stop his dribble.
Adebayo now on the Bearcat symbol, gives it off to Lam. Hand off from Coppin back to Lam. Baruch need a bucket. Inside to Coppin. Double team comes. Douvres now. 3 ball. Shot no good. Adebayo and 1. What an offensive rebound there by Adebayo. Timely offensive rebound cutting in from the left wing. Able to lay it in through the contact, and he'll go to the chance to shoot for a 3-point play.
Well, if you're not going to, Adebayo's so athletic and body control. If you're not going to, box him out, he's going to do things like that. He's going to clean up the basket.
And he's also a guy that very much plays on emotion and momentum, so he's not a guy you want to get hot.
Well, this is a game that favors him versus the matchup because of his body control.
So inbound here. Hare once again in the ball game, going to pick up Hunter full length of the floor.
Well, Hare's going to be a problem for Brooklyn. Because, he's in your face playing hard defense.
Charles fouled on the way through.
Well, I think Coppin got a little lazy. He just didn't stand his ground, and he rolled the player. Could have gotten the charge had he stood his ground. Now, Baruch has got to stay in this game mentally, right? There's no time for lapses. It's a close game. You got to right now. It's who's the mentally tougher team. Now remember, Baruch's got to get the ball in, and they can't get double teamed.
So now Jack Gordon into the front court.
Now Lam has got to be smart.
Gordon knocks it away off of Kukaj last, and it's going to stay right there.
He's got to throw it to the closest player, which was Douvres. See, if Lam is going to be the general, he's got to be smart in his passing and what he chooses to do himself.
Now Adebayo straight on. Kukaj. Adebayo lost it, however, it's still loose. Up ahead. I think it was Hunter trying to throw it up ahead. Might have been Charles. However, it's Gordon with the ball again. A fresh 30 for the Bearcats.
Adebayo was not smart with the ball.
Coppin looking for options. Hand off to Gordon. Gordon, trying to find, I think it was Coppin cutting to the basket.
Yeah, but there was nothing there, David.
Charles over to Abraham, back to Charles. Kukaj now has it up top. We saw him get some late minutes in the first half. Once again in the ball game here in the second. Ibrahim up top with the ball on the Bearcats symbol. Spin move on Lamb, trying to find some space. Almost got it knocked away from him. Charles, 3-2. Brooklyn has to get it off. They do. Shot off back iron. No good. And the foul is going to be on red number 5. That's going to be Gary. That's going to be his second. I thought they called that on the Bearcats. I thought Coach Free was going to lose it there. I didn't see much on Baruch, and it makes sense that it'll send Adebayo to the line for a 1-and-1.
That was a great defensive possession by Baruch. Now, Brooklyn up 5, 4:35 left. Critical foul shots. Baruch has been a little sketchy tonight from the free throw line.
Ten of 13 now from the line tonight as Adebayo will try to knock down the second.
Now, Coach Fareed has got to keep his players that are capable of having a high mental strength in these final 4 minutes.
And Adebayo 2 of 2 on that trip. He's having a strong game, is Leyi Adebayo. He's got 19 points. He's 7 of 9 from the line, 5 of 7 from the field, 9 boards and 5 assists.
Well, he was off to a big start.
Only in 28 minutes so far of action as Charles now has it. Goes into the lane, and the C opens, and he's able to just lay it right in with the right hand.
That was a great offensive decision and move.
As Hare is fouled underneath by Ibrahim on the inbound. Once again, Baruch going to go back to the free throw line.
Well, the great thing is that it stopped the clock, and it gives Baruch more time and a chance to get closer. Right now, the clock is the enemy if you're down.
As Hare can't get the first one to go. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Now it's Hunter into the front court, trying to get shake Hare off of him. Can't do so. And he'll slow things down and push himself back out to the Bearcat symbol. 20 to shoot. 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Baruch trail, 64-59. Hunter now has it up top, at top of the key into the free throw line. Gives it off to Gay near side. He almost loses it. Has to give it off to Hunter. Hunter now looking for an option. Bounce pass outside to Ibrahim. Pass is just a little bit too slow. Ibrahim step back jumper. His 3 no good. Coppin bounces the rebound to himself.
Well, great defense again by Baruch.
Gordon inside to Adebayo. He can't finish. Gets his own rebound. Hits the deck as he was shooting. And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Late whistle there, Joe.
Well, Adebayo is just what we've said all year. He's got to finish. I think a lot of times Adebayo gives up, David, too early. He's got to finish real strong with the intent on making the shot.
And that's going to be the 5th foul there on Gay as he fouls out of the ball game. 13 points and 5 rebounds in 35 minutes of action. He's basically played the entire game, and he won't be in for the last 3:28.
Well, Brooklyn's got players that they can put on the floor.
Martinez, the only other player in foul trouble. He's got 3 fouls and but he's only played 9 minutes tonight. On the Bearcats side, you have Gordon, you have Coppin, and you have Douvres all playing with 3 fouls right now.
Well, again, this last 3:28 is survival of the mentally fittest. I like the way Coach Ferry's shuffling between Hare and Lamb. Again, different kind of players. Lamb brings that football kind of mentality and physicality.
And Adebayo matched up now with Charles, the leading scorer for Brooklyn. Hunter hop step, trying to find some space outside to Ibrahim, 10 to shoot for Brooklyn. It's a 64-61 lead for the Bulldogs. Ibrahim driving left into the lane, gives it inside to Gary, through the contact, and the foul is Douvres.
You know, David, I don't know how that pass got in there. It was in traffic, but a great catch and great body control to absorb the foul.
That's the fourth foul on Douvres. And Gary knocks down the second. It's a 6-point lead. Baruch here in the second half have been outscored 40-23.
Gary's had a solid game for Brooklyn. See, on that play, Douvres has got to pull up at the elbow and shoot.
And Martinez back into the game with the active hands on the defensive end. And Coppin now on the block. Trying to turn against Gary, getting some contact. Here comes the double. Coppin's got to pass out of it. Trying to find the cutter and Adebayo. Hall steps in front of that one, though, and intercepts it for Brooklyn.
Well, let's credit Brooklyn for smothering defense. And Coppin literally had nowhere to go with the ball. He stopped his dribble.
Crossover move by Charles. Floater in the lane. Shot no good. He's fouled on the way through, and lots of whistles now, Joe, as that'll send Charles back to the line to shoot two.
Brooklyn's getting to the basket, and they're getting contact. Charles, Hunter, Gary. Well, my old rims are showing up tonight for the opponent.
So 68-61, it's a 7-point lead.
Now Lamb's got to go. Don't stop your dribble. Clock is not favoring Baruch.
And it went off Coppin last.
Well, that was a very, very tough pass. It almost got there. I can't fault Lamb because it would have been an amazing pass and catch. Now, Baruch has got to be careful. The clock is not in their favor.
As Hall goes coast to coast and lays it in. Oh, as Charles hits the deck hard.
Well, that was the worst that could have happened. That was the worst that could have happened, David. A fast break. Baruch wasn't set. Now, you know, tempers are flaring. It's been a very competitive game.
That is if they call a foul on this, that is a horrible foul call. He just went up for.
I think the referees are kind of really having fun with the blowing of the whistle tonight. When they, you know, sometimes you don't hear any calls. Well, Brooklyn admirably has stayed around and just, you know, they played their way into the lead and have done enough to keep this lead. That is a phantom foul, David.
That's a terrible call.
That's a phantom foul if ever there was one. Right? That's the kind of call you would get at Brooklyn.
They're going to review this one. I didn't think there was much contact there. I thought he was going back up.
No one touched her because he just laid it in.
No, I think they're calling the foul away from
After,
the ball on
right.
the guy that was trying to I believe it was Charles who was going up for the rebound. But I think he was just trying to go for a putback if the rebound was missed, and he just went in wildly. Guess we'll find out momentarily.
It was after the basket.
Yeah, the basket's going to count. I guess it depends on will there be additional free throws coming.
Right, you're just kind of blowing the whistle now.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, I got a chance to see the replay. It looked like there was a little bit of an elbow there. Not much contact. So the ref's still talking it over here. I just don't know how this works. Is it a fresh 2 free throws now for that additional foul, or will it just be a quote-unquote and one even though it was on a separate player?
I think it should be an additional foul. Or they should waive it off because the basket happened and the other thing was kind of secondary.
If it stands, it'll be Coppin's 4th foul. Him, Gordon, and Douvres all have 4.
They can go to the replay.
They did.
Oh, they did? Sorry.
So, yeah, the foul there is going to be on Coppin. That's going to be his 4th. Charles goes to the line with a 9-point lead shooting free throws.
Well, that could be the big play of the game because it's additional points for Brooklyn College.
And Charles off on the second.
Now the Bearcats got to score quick.
Gordon going baseline. Can't finish. Gets his own rebound and puts it back in.
Well, Gordon should be doing that every time. Now they need a turnover really quickly here. Somebody's got to make a play.
As Charles knocks down a 3, and that could have been the dagger. 11 points with 1:08 remaining.
Well, Charles has had a big-time game.
Douvres stepping into a 3 off left eye. Oh, shot no good. It might have not even. We got kind of blocked out there. I think it was an air ball, and it's going to go back to Brooklyn.
Well, David, Baruch has got to seek out the possible worst foul shooter on Brooklyn. They need the ball. I don't know if I wanted to foul him, but you had no choice. I think you needed to foul on the inbounds pass.
That's definitely not who you wanted to foul. 84% from free throw line this
right.
season.
Well, listen, Brooklyn has players on the court that can shoot. Now, it's interesting. Martinez is in the game for Brooklyn. He's the guy, he's the curveball pitcher. Wow. 84% foul shooter missing. Baruch's got to shoot in a hurry, but not that, David.
I mean, at that point, you're just chucking threes anyway, Joe. I think.
Well, if I'm going to go down, I want Douvres to be shooting that shot.
And that should do it. Brooklyn going to sweep the doubleheader tonight.
David, it was a game that got away.
Lam to the basket. He gets stripped by Martinez, and that will do it. Baruch up by 12 at halftime, loses by 12 at the full time, Joe, and that's a rough way to go.
Well, you know, we talked about it that Brooklyn was not going away. And they stayed and they played and they played. And they do have capable players, David, who just made plays. So really they made more plays than Baruch. Really, you know, that's how you have to look at it. Now, Baruch had a great game up until, the point in the second half where things went south. But it's going to be an interesting locker room chat with Coach Fareed, his coaches, and his players, that you just you let a very talented team get their act together and they walk away with a win.
Yeah, and the frustrating part is now you have to sit with this probably until you get back on the gym on Monday. I assume you have the weekend off. Maybe you're back in the gym on Sunday. However, that game's coming Tuesday against John Jay.
Well, I might want to get the guys in the gym earlier because they have to forget about this tonight. Not forgetting about the loss, but once again, look at it and figure out for the future, you know, how do you handle things with a 12-point lead at home? And you're playing arguably one of the best games of the year for yourself. So
you even said it at halftime, Joe. You thought it was the best first half you saw all season.
Right.
And followed by potentially the worst second half we've seen all season.
Well, they just literally threw it away in the second half. And question is, why did they throw it away? Right? Coach Fareed had his players on the court that he wants to play. But can I say that Brooklyn just wanted it more?
Yeah, definitely did. And there was no stopping Diaze Hunter and Joe Charles really in the second half, and that was the difference. Hunter, huge game.
Yeah, I mean, Bailey, everybody contributed. And the thing was, it was that timing. All that Brooklyn did when they mounted the comeback was timing. And they got back, but we said it. Brooklyn's not going away, and they stayed in. Now, the next game is even more important for Baruch because how are they going to recover from tonight? Everything going so well, and then it didn't. But is it, David, what's your opinion? Is it sometimes people lose it mentally or they just their confidence is too high? I'm not sure. Yeah,
I mean, tonight I think it was a combination of two things. I think Diaze Hunter went off in the second half, and Baruch had no answers for them defensively. And on the offensive end, outside of, they weren't hitting their shots. They weren't finding the open shots that they saw in the first half. And they weren't able to make those contested shots.
Right. Now, remember.
And they also turned the ball over a little bit more in the second half than they did in the first.
Yeah, so that offensive brilliance of the first half was not there in the second half.
Neither was the defense, right? I mean,
right.
You're talking about a 30.
Well, no.
You let up over 50 points here in the second half, too.
But let's face it, on any level, Brooklyn's talented offensively.
Yep.
Remember, we saw Trinity earlier in the year, and we had All-Americans on the court. And, I don't think there's any All-Americans for Brooklyn, but you know what? These guys could play, and they can create their own shots and jump shooters. So it was, in all, very good basketball, if you're a basketball purist. And we want to commend both teams. You know, I hate to say it, but it's hard to say Baruch lost and Brooklyn won, because there's a lot of good that came out of tonight. But hopefully Baruch comes back, learning a lesson, and just as, picks up where they left off in the first half today.
Yep, and it's going to be a clean sweep here for Brooklyn, not only tonight, but on the season series. Brooklyn sweeping the men and the women, so a little bit of that, too, when it comes to the rivalry that the Bearcats and the Bulldogs have.
David, let's also remind people about the Battle of Lexington next Thursday. Must see. There's a game all year. This place will be jumping. Both sides will be filled. And the rivalry, Hunter from 68th Street, Baruch from 24th in Lexington. If you're available, and hopefully it's a little bit warmer, come on out. David, are there beverages or refreshments on Battle Lexington?
There should be.
I think so. So that's all the more reason to come out. I do think they give out T-shirts.
Yeah, it's a good time. Raucous crowd. People are all the sports teams come out to support the basketball team. So
yeah, and then
be a good time.
Appreciation soon after.
Yep, Bearcat Appreciation Day on the 11th. And if you can't make it to any of those but want to see the Bearcats on the road, don't forget on Tuesday night they'll be traveling up to John Jay. And, Joe, I know we'll be watching carefully, hopefully the Bearcats coming out a little bit more angry after tonight.
Well, if you're not angry at this point in the season, David, there's something wrong, because you should be living, eating, sleeping basketball, and I know Baruch is.
And so late into the CUNYAC playoffs. But that will do it for us. Once again, your final scores tonight in the women's game, the women fall 86-55, and in a thriller here in the men's game, they fall 75-63. This broadcast has been in conjunction with the Baruch Athletic Department. For Joe Stolzer, I'm David Just. Have a great night, everybody.